we're going to go. The Greater Western Sydney. It's a big sound.
Woo.
Oh, yes.
They got the best song still.
The Greater Western Sydney Giants. 13-10 last year, turned around their season, came storming home, made a prelim. The over-under is 14.5.
That's big.
That's a big over-under. There's not many bigger. In fact, there might only be
Collingwood and Brisbane.
2 bigger. So
Yeah.
the question is, can they continue that form from last year? Did
Clearly they can.
Adam Kingsley and his pythons that he's packing
he's
everywhere he
huge,
goes,
isn't he?
like, is he like just going to intimidate them into being better?
I think
you're
that's
going
what
to
he
be
did.
better. I'm going to bash you. Like, that's how it's going to go. It's like I can't.
It's the
argue
west
with
of
that.
Sydney. So,
Yeah.
yeah. But
never
it's
know.
also, it took the first half of the season for his game plan to kick in.
True.
And then they're like, this works. We're awesome.
Yeah.
And it happened. And they, let's be honest, they should have been in a grand final. They got absolutely slaughtered in that prelim final by umpires and a few nefarious decisions. I was the only one cheering for them at the MCG.
No, well, I was cheering for them. That was good fun.
It was, I don't pay attention to preseason, but the way that they slaughtered Gold Coast last night, it just looked like they were having a kick around.
Yep.
It was ridiculous.
And they had full strength
Tom
teams.
Green could legitimately win a Brownlow medal this year.
Ooh.
Yeah, Tom Green, I think he's going to take an even another step up to that. Yeah,
And if
starting.
he takes a step up, and then you've got, Whitfield, Canelio staying at that same level, you've got the best fullback in the comp as well, they're just going to be better.
Yeah.
Toby
Interesting.
Time, Jesse Hogan.
So you're going over under?
Riccardi.
for that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you're going over? Oh.
I think
They
I'm
could
going
win the
over.
minor premiership.
Jeez, I'm going under. I do think they're going to be really good. Maybe, so the over-under is 14.5. I think they'll be around that 14 win mark. They'll be in the finals, but they've got a much harder draw because they've obviously finished in the finals compared to the year before. And I don't know, it'll just be interesting. Some of the older
Did you
guys.
not see them go to Port Adelaide in that
I know.
semi-final and just go whoosh?
I think they sort of lifted in the moment just because they had a bit of belief in the finals. I don't know if they can do that for a whole season in the 23 games. I'm going to go just under though, 14 wins. Because like you said in the previous podcast, they've got a few older guys. They did dominate, but can they do it again like the likes of Canelio?
It is-
Are they still in their prime and things like that?
It is hard to sort of look at this and go, what do you believe from last year, right?
Yeah.
Like, is it when it clicked, they looked absolutely unbeatable. Like,
Yeah.
it was awesome. It was the Orange Avalanche, right? Like, we saw it
was
against St Kilda. We were at that game.
That was wild.
And it was awesome. Like, the
Couldn't
way
stop
they
them.
just smashed the Saints, you're like, whoa, watch out. And then off they went.
Yep.
It was really, really fun. Really, really cool. I think this comes to close to one of my locks, but the number's probably a little bit too high.
Yeah.
Like, they
that's
could
way
make
too
it
high.
14 wins and you'd feel pretty good because it's still better
And
than
they're still
last year.
finished fifth.
Yeah, that's
Exactly.
what I reckon. It'll be about
So
14.
I've got them, as I said, going over the 14.5 because I think they squeaked to around that Carlton mark, right, of like 15-9.
Okay.
Does that make sense? No, 15-8.
Yeah, 15. Oh,
Learn
yeah,
how to
sorry.
add. There we
Yeah.
go.
Good math, Jim.
But GWS, what did you say, Stats Boy? Under?
I said under, yeah, just 14, because 14 wins they'll still take as a pretty successful season.
Yep.
I just think that over under is a bit too high.
And you're going over. Alex.
I reckon they could be minor premiers.
Nice
Oh,
one.
jeez.